All right, boys and girls, 5-minute lessons. We're on to the fundamental theorem of algebra. The fundamental theorem of algebra says if you have a function that is a polynomial function, okay, we've seen these on and on, then this function has n solutions. And look, I think you already knew this, but you just didn't know it came from this theorem. So that means y equals x squared, 2 solutions. Y equals x to the 5th plus x to the 4th minus da 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 da. 5 solutions, okay? All right. Okay, so how do we use the fundamental theorem of algebra? Well, you've been using it already. If you have a function that's f of x equals x squared plus bx plus c, well, if it looks like this, then this has 0 real and 2 imaginary. You already knew that. Okay? If you've got a function that's f of x is ax cubed plus bx squared plus dot 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 dot. Well, think about this. This one has to have at least one real solution. Have you ever thought about that? And that's because there has to be an even amount of imaginary solutions, and we just learned about that in the conjugate root theorem. Okay, so this would have 1 real and 2 imaginary, but it could look like this. This one would have 3 real. Okay, we'll do one more example. What if we had a function to the 4th power? Okay, well, this one would have 2 real and 2 imaginary. Notice it has 1, 2, 3 turns. We learned that earlier. Okay. Well, we could have this one would have 4 real. However, this one would have 4 imaginary. And that is pretty much the gist of the fundamental theorem of algebra. Okay, so the only other thing I want to talk about is multiplicity. Okay, this is the only time things get a little bit weird. You've already experienced this. Think about this equation. Y or f of x, I hope you guys are starting to understand these are the same things, is x minus 4 squared. Well, what does that look like? Well, that is a parabola whose vertex is at 4, 0. What does this really mean? Well, it means x minus 4 times x minus 4. So notice, it seems like there's only one solution, but it's because 4 is an answer twice. And that only happens when our curves are tangent to the 0, when they barely graze the 0 and then turn in the opposite direction. Okay, so in this problem, 4 is a solution with a multiplicity of 2, okay? And that's the only time things get weird. Come talk to me if you're confused. This stuff's confusing.